Hey, what's up guys? This is JJ and this is the new Crayon by JHS Pedals, and this is the smaller brother to the color box. And the idea behind this pedal is it's not an overdrive or a fuzz, but it can get you overdrive, fuzz, preamp, distortion, and even boost. But it is supposed to give you the sound that they got in the 60s when they would plug the guitar not into an amplifier, not into a proper guitar amplifier, but into an analog preamp to a mixing desk. Revolution 1 by the Beatles was recorded that way, and that gave them some of the grittiest fuzz distortion, because that preamp would clip in a totally different manner than a fuzz pedal or a guitar amplifier would. So it's a very typical sound, and they managed to recreate that sound, just that sound, very, very nicely in this pedal. Now, how does this pedal work? Of course, it has a master control, which is the master volume. Then it has a pre-volume, which you can regard kind of like an overdrive or, like a distortion, a fuzz control. And when you turn that, past 12 o'clock, the fuzz gates out, so you get that nice sputtery sound. I always like the sputter and fuzz, as you guys know if you've seen any of my videos. But before 12 o'clock you can get some really nice fuzzy distortion, or maybe even some overdrive. And this tilt control acts as an active EQ. So when you set it to noon, it is flat, right? So when you set it to 50%, it's flat. When you roll it counterclockwise, it's going to have more of a bassy response. And when you roll it clockwise, you get more of a trebly response. Then there is also this high-pass filter and a switch on the side of the pedal. You can select two different frequencies. When you engage the high-pass, it's not going to have as much low end. So that's great for your, for the chords I was playing in the intro, like this. And here's with it the other way. So that's with all of the bass. That can be a bit too mushy, especially in an arrangement with a busy bass player. It's nice to have some treble content in there, like this. And you can still add a little bit of oomph with the tilt control. So that works really nicely. The other way around too, so if you set it to the down position with more bass end and more sputter, and still roll up the tilt control to have more treble content, that's also a very pleasing sound. So as you can hear, it's not a typical guitar distortion, it's not a typical fuzz, it's something else. It's that typical British preamp distortion of plugging straight into the mixing desk. So now I'm just going to let you hear one more example with a little bit more on the master control, with the high pass filter off, preamp volume to about 2 o'clock, and tilt set to 3 o'clock. So far I was using the P90 bridge pickup. These are Seymour Duncan P-rails, by the way. And I was also using the P90 mode on the neck pickup, and now I'm going to go full humbucker, so you can hear like a really nice fuzzed out sound. Hope you like this video, hope you like the Crayon by JHS Pedals. If you want more information, go to jhspedals.com. And for now, signing off. JJ out.